Still on the first part here, but this is the last recording on the first part in introducing the Ichimoku Kinko here. The reason why it took so long was because the Ichimoku Kinko here actually is being formed out of 5 different elements here, not considering the cloud, because the cloud there is a result between the Senko A and Senko B interpretation. So if the Senko A crosses above the Senko B, the cloud should be green. If the Senko A crosses below the Senko B, the cloud should be red. And there you go, you have the prerogatives for the cloud. Now the Chinkou element, the green line there, offers enough confusion within traders that sometimes many of them choose to ignore it and, when possible, even to delete it from the screen. Well, that is a fatal mistake, as the Chinkou is the most important element that form the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo indicator. Because of the fact that it is lagging, so basically price is projected 26 periods back in time, it is visible when looking at current price action. However, when trying to backtest a strategy or to do some research and looking back more in time, then things are becoming a bit difficult, in the sense that one should be careful to consider all the time the 26 periods that are being taken into consideration when trading with the Chinkou. For example, on our 1 hour chart, on our 5-minute chart here, it is easily to identify the Chinkou as the green line ends here. So normally this is 26 periods, you don't even have to calculate it. But if you go back in time, I don't know, let's say here, if you go back in time and you're looking at the price now, you need to try to identify where the Chinkou was. So you need to calculate 26 periods from the moment of price. If this is the price, so you're looking at the Chinkou, then 26 periods back, and this is where the Chinkou is. So while you have here somehow bearish situation, in the sense that price is going below the Kinjun and the Tenkan lines here, it is not a bearish environment, as the Chinkou still is in a bullish. It is still in the bullish environment here. So the key between going from a bullish to bearish environment stays actually with the Chinkou. So, however, even so, the fact that the Chinkou is the only one that helps a trader to take into account the time element and incorporate it in the trading strategy makes it extremely important. The main thing to consider when trading with the Chinkou is to look for a reaction for the price in front of it. If Chinkou is below the cloud, for example, like it is the case here, so if Chinkou is below the price, like it is the case here, let me try to take a shape. And approaching price, see here is approaching price, the likelihood for the trend to move to the downside to continue is favored, and the appropriate strategy to continue to apply would be to go short by the time the distance becomes smaller and smaller. So let's say here that the distance from the Chinkou to the price is 12 candles, 11, 12 candles, and by the time the distance goes smaller and smaller, it is the moment to look for a possible rejection here because the Chinkou will always try to avoid the candles in front of it. So normally this should be a situation where we should apply bearish strategies, buying puts for short-term expiration dates, because the short-term expiration date here, it is being the 5-minute chart, but we should keep in mind that this is plotted 26 periods ahead. So going 26 periods ahead, this is the 26 periods ahead, the level, and normally 26 periods from now, you are looking at the price to be lower than the striking price of the option. And if you bought puts, then in order for that to expire in the money, there is what you should look for. That being the case, the first part where we introduce the Ichimoku elements is being done. We had the Chinkou, the green line, we had the Tenkan, the red line, the Kinjun, the blue line, and the Senko and Senko B. It is time to move forward on the second part of our analysis here, and we're trying to identify cycles, trending cycles and transitory cycles when we are looking at the Chinkou. Basically, you will see we are going to divide the whole situation, regardless how market is looking, into three potential strategies, into three potential cycles, and for each and every strategy and cycle, we're trying to identify the possible strategy to be used when trading binary options. So stay tuned please for the next recording to come in a bit.